Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is doing well. So today I want to try something a little bit different. I want to see how iSpy performs against JEPY, at least for the day. So this is going to be a 0 DTE showdown. I wanted to see who's going to come out on top. So for this, I had to make some important assumptions. So I'm assuming that iSpy uses total return swaps. So that means they should be cleared through like a futures commissions merchant. And then supposedly JP Morgan is responsible for the NAV calculation. But I am having some trouble just like reconciling a few things. I would like to see ideally like the term sheet and the ISDA agreement. Um, and I would like to also see kind of like the settlement dates, just things like that. Um, so like every day they publish like the holdings. And like the net asset value, it comes close to what uh, the swap is. And the swap is supposed to be replicating like the performance of like the daily covered call index. So I had to like kind of go through like the option positions that's on their website. So I took like the 4800 call strike, and I had to kind of invert it to get to like the closing price of the prior day, because that's like the methodology that's published by the S&P, kind of like the index publishers. I had to kind of like work through like the math to kind of make some assumptions. So I get to like the closing price of 4754.83, which is very close to what um I guess like what I have on like the Thinkorswim platform. So I'm off by like 20 cents. But I'm assuming there's like some rounding errors or something like that in here. So this is like what they had from like December 22nd. I already emailed the questions to like the ProShares team. So far, they haven't responded back to me. But if other people also want to kind of like uh, email or call them also, maybe that'll help push them to maybe help explain like their swap positions and like the asset reconciliation and things like that. So that would be a great help. So I also looked at the Defiance, what they publish on their website. So JEPY filled like their trade, $15.12 for the 4,760 strike. So that means like it's a potential win of 32 basis points for the day, assuming it's gonna be successful. And then also I try to do like a rough estimated performance of for iSpy. I'm assuming my assumptions are correct. So it looks like they tried to fill their I'm assuming they got filled at a mid price of 40 cents. So that means like for the potential for the actual like the cover call, uh like the 40 cents isn't where the money is going to be made because that's only uh like 1 basis point. But then you also have to include any appreciation to 4,800 from like the prior day's close. So that's a little bit better. Actually, quite a bit better at $45.37 or 95 basis points for the day, assuming that the market performs to their expectation. So I just wanted to show you the December 26 option change like before the trade happened. So as you can see, Defiance did okay with their fill. They actually uh, filled a little bit lower. But then again, like we don't know the exact time at when they filled, so it's still pretty. I would say it's still pretty decent fill price. And then also for iSpy at like the 4,800 strike. So the bid and ask differential is 30 by 50. So I'm assuming that got filled at 40 cents. Again, it's not like the greatest income in the world. So keep that in mind. So I also wanted to show you like the December 26th close. So both of them they won. 4760 so expired at zero. 4800 also expired at zero. So technically ProShares wins for today, but they both did pretty well. I would say Defiance kept like the full 32 basis points. Uh, ProShares they didn't. get like the full, I guess like the full potential out of this trade, just because the SPX closed below like the strike price. But it's still, I would say it's still pretty good, all things considering. The bulk of the money is made from the capital appreciation. So that's good for like 43 basis points versus 32 basis points. Of course, like this is just one day, so I don't think that pro shares will continue outperforming in the future. And then something interesting to note, just like the volume between iSpy and JEPY. So so just looking at this, I mean it's not even close. It's like over 10 times like the volume. Um, but keep in mind, like iSpy is still pretty new. I'm surprised that there haven't been more. I guess like more public interest, but I'm thinking maybe it's because like the holiday season too. So it'll be interesting to see how like the end of day like I'm assuming it's gonna be an end of month payable date, and then they'll also have like the rock info hopefully soon, because this is just like the first month, or maybe like they'll push it off until like the January just because there's not a lot of days, obviously within December, so it'll be kind of interesting to see how they pay it out. And I'm also interested to see how, I guess if retire on dividends and max convexity, if they have any interest in this, like I would kind of like to see like their assumptions too, and like how, if they do decide to do like their daily spreadsheet for iSpy as well, because I really like how they uh, uh, do like the JEPY breakdowns. So anyway, hope everybody made some good money regardless. So I still think this is a great time to be alive. I think just more competition is good for like the whole high yield space. And then there's like different like risk return profile assumptions and distribution dates too. So and then I do kind of want to go over the risk as well. With the pro shares, I think they could do a better job in terms of like the disclosures and like because right now like the swap is kind of opaque. And I'll probably like do like another video for iSpy. And Defiance, this could be good and bad. Like I feel like they're more definitely more aggressive because they're selling stuff like closer to the money or actually like in the money for the cash secured put. And then like right now, like the implied volatility is still kind of trending down. So of course, like our performance could always get cheaper, so that's not a good thing. But uh, we're gonna be heading into like the holiday season, or actually we're in the middle of the holiday season, I should say. But anyway, I just want to thank all the new subscribers. Please consider giving this video a like. We'd like to like push more uh, content like this out in the future, and definitely continue into the new year. Um, so thank you again, and I hope everyone has a great one. Bye now.